0.9 of a percentage point, and of course trade and government.
Gauteng Premier David Makhura is in Alexandra, north of Johannesburg, conducting a walkabout. This after reports that one of the supermarkets in the area was burnt down this morning and other shops were looted. Our reporter Sipha Kema is there covering the story for us, and she joins us live. A very good afternoon to you, Sipha. What is the situation like in Alexandra this morning?
Good afternoon to you, Tammy, and good afternoon to the viewers. Well, right now in Alex, calm has been restored with heavy police presence, but we see that a lot of the community members and residents are still lurking nearby. As we heard that some of them are saying that as soon as the police leave, they will start looting the shops that they weren't able to get to by the time that the police arrived. But the police are here. Just want to show you the police presence here by the Alexandra Pan Mall. As you can see that side, we have police, and they're all ready with their guns and rubber bullets to disperse any crowd that forms or that seems like they're going to start looting again. But now, looking at the damage that has been done here, it is really tragic. And Tammy, it makes you think, really, is this a xenophobic attack or an act of criminality? Because some of the shops that were looted here are actually South African owned shops. And as you can see, we have one of the liquor shops here, which has been totally destroyed and vandalized here. And the shop owner has just arrived to come clean up the damage and also to assess how far the damage is and what kind of damage there is to a shop. As you can see, even the windows, the boards, everything inside is just bad. Let's just quickly take you inside. Let's just take you inside quickly. And to show you, I mean, even the doors off the fridge and the hinges, they've been unhinged off, the doors have been unhinged off. It is just chaos. It is a total mess inside here. We're going to be talking to Mario here, and he's going to tell us exactly what he's going to do about this and how much has this cost his business. Mario, I mean, looking at the extent of damage here, this is going to set you back quite a bit.
Quite a bit, yes. We do a stock taking on a Monday, which was yesterday. Our last stock take that we did yesterday was 500,000 plus. And I mean, that's just stock that we took. Then there's the shelf, there's the fittings, there's the computer system, the POS system that they've damaged, because they all damaged the tools. Even though they didn't steal them, they've actually broken them and damaged them. So we have to reinstate that. We have to reinstate security on the shutter doors outside. So we'll possibly be down for the next month, maybe longer. The other bigger concern we have is that I've got 8 staff members that work for me. They're all South African citizens, and they're currently unemployed because I haven't got work for them, and it's not their fault, nor is it my fault. And this wasn't a case of xenophobia attack or getting rid of foreigners in this area. I'm not a foreigner, I'm a South African citizen, so is my staff member. So I call this pure criminality.
Thank you so much, Mario. Well, you've heard it from Mario. This is going to set him back quite a bit. He's going to take a month or maybe even more, not just to clean the mess, but to get started and to try and salvage what is left of his shop and to start maybe rebuilding. Let's take you back outside to one of the shops that have actually been burnt down inside. When we were walking with the Premier actually said to us that when he was walking through, he also said that this is an act of criminality. He does not believe that these were xenophobic attacks because seeing the extent of damage that has been done here and people looting, it is just too much. So in his briefing, when he was speaking to us, he said that he was calling for calm. He was calling for South Africans to stop what they are doing. And if there are issues, for the issues to be addressed. So we just want to also take you into some of the other shops just to show you some of the damage here. Let's go inside one of these shops here. It looks like it was actually an appliance shop here. As you can see, all the shelving is done. Where the cell phones used to be, there is nothing. It is just chaos everywhere.
I wonder, Sipha, in the first shop that you went into, the bottle store, all the shelves were empty, the fridges were empty. Was all that stock taken, or was some of it actually removed by the owner himself when he arrived?
all of the stock was taken. Of course, some of it was damaged during the looting as people were rushing to get the stock out, the alcohol out. And as a result of that, it ended up, obviously, things falling, the bottles breaking. But majority of the stock was actually taken. When we spoke to some of the people who have witnessed this, they said they form lines outside a certain store. And once they form the lines outside, then they start going in maybe 2 by 2, one at a time. And then that's when they start looting and taking out the products outside the shops. As you can see here, some of the other business owners are also still trying to recover what is left of their shop.
As you could see for yourself, Sipha Kema, right in the middle of Alexandra Township, where shops have been looted. There's a bottle store that you went into, an appliance, a place where they sell cell phones. And as the owner of the bottle store said, he's South African. All of his staff members are South African. So there is no way, he says, that this could have been related to xenophobic attacks, because all the interested parties there are South African. And this is going to take him back for months as he tries to restore his business, and those who are employed in the store are now unemployed because there's no work. He himself has no work. It is a developing story, and we will touch base with Sipha a little bit later on to find out exactly how many arrests have been made, how proactive have the police been. But meanwhile, the Gauteng Premier David Makhura has called for calm. Makhura was in Alex a little bit earlier on assessing the situation.
We were sitting in the legislature this morning, and I asked the members of the Gauteng Provincial Legislature that we should adjourn and all of us go throughout the province in our own constituencies to make sure we calm down the situation. The police have been working on this from yesterday in some of the areas. In fact, in Tshwane, it was from last week. In a GP hostel from Sunday. The police have been working, but we decided that instead of sitting in the legislature today, going through annual report, all members of the legislature and all the parties agreed that we should all go out to different communities, to talk to our communities, talk to people, to make sure that this criminal element that has seeped into this is brought to book. The police have arrested several people, more than 80 people from yesterday. Just here in Alexandra, 7 people were arrested. And when we say that, in fact, this is a calculated criminal act, we can now see that it was calculated. You can see a bolt cutter was used to cut open the doors here. And basically, at last night from 2:30 a.m., very well orchestrated, well organized, using also the torch cutter that is often used to cut steel to open here. We can see that this was informed purely by the criminal motive, because everything was stolen from this building, after which the shops were torched. I want to make a call to the people of our province that police all over the province, police reinforcements are happening. The police are dealing with the situation. I issued a statement earlier today that I will not hesitate to call on the President and the Minister of Defense to reinforce the police if the situation is out of control.